In his concluding edition of Where the Action Is, Channel 7's John Gross profiles free press photographer Mary Schroeder.
Mary is in a profession not only dominated by men, but for now it's almost exclusive to men. On a national basis, less than 5% of the sports photographers are women, and Mary is the only female in the country that is the sports photographer at a major market newspaper.
And there it goes!
Since age 9, I knew I always wanted to be a photographer, and I fell in love with it, and I've never looked back. It's a sense of discovery, and that's what I do. I discover the world around me. I have the front row to history, and I want to show you what I saw and show it in my way. And that's my voice. I have multiple sclerosis, and because the disease is progressive, I retired because my body said, "You're not going to work anymore." The career went by in the blink of an eye, and it was just so much fun.
You get 1/1000th of a chance. That's it. 1/1000th of a second. No more, no less.
Every article I read was that women could not work for newspapers, especially as a photographer. But that didn't stop me, because that's what I really wanted to do. I got the internship here at the Detroit Free Press. Mind you, I'm 21 years old, and Tony Spina said, "Go to the airport and photograph Mother Teresa as she's arriving to open a new convent." And I get a picture of her and her 3 nuns that are with her as they're kneeling in their new space praying. I never knew where I was going to be or what I was going to be doing. I covered spring training, and I could be photographing the Everglades, and that afternoon I would be covering baseball. We had a firebombing at a high-rise in downtown Detroit, and there was nothing but smoke and fire. We got up to the roof and photographed the perpetrator and his brother, who was a Detroit cop, holding him there. And we were up there before the police were up there. It doesn't matter where I walk into, be it a rally for the Ku Klux Klan or a rally for abortion, I have to be very objective. And I know what I can photograph and what I can't, what will work for a newspaper. And it's always emotion. I was named sports photographer in 1983, meaning I covered all the major sports and I was responsible for it. In 1984, I covered the Detroit Tigers. I covered Jack Morris when he tossed his no-hitter against the Chicago White Sox at the beginning of the season. And when they went on to win the World Series, I photographed one of the most iconic images in Michigan history. There were photographers next to me who were clapping instead of shooting, and none of the men got it. And I'm very proud of the image. The Detroit Lions had a policy of not allowing women in the locker room. So in 1985, the Free Press had a lawsuit on my behalf to say to the Lions, you must allow women into the locker room. The court ruled you have to have equal access. people don't expect a woman, and I just come in from a different perspective. Usually in the course of a shoot, I would try to do stuff different. So Bo Schembechler is going to go after his 200th victory, and he's just standing there, and I'm shooting at a 15th of a second. Since he's not moving, he's solid, but then his players are in motion behind. Whatever I wanted to do, the paper never said no. It's just my imagination going wild. You have to stop the action of sports. So it's 500th of a second or above. A picture is immediate. It's one thing to describe it in words, but another thing to see it as it's actually happening. I have to be there. A reporter can phone it in. In 2000, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I have the kind where I gradually go downhill. So I started transitioning to be inside as a picture editor, and I would make sure that the pictures were appropriate for each story. My multiple sclerosis dictates what I'm going to be doing, but my personality, that didn't stop me. So from October 2014 to January 2017, I shot pictures out of my window every day. And it's a cool set of photographs. The day I take the perfect picture is the day I die. It's just photographing people and a slice of life that's just so much fun.